thought with the ball, we just didn't look as confident as we needed to, and therefore led to a lot of turnovers. And we certainly feel like when we play well and we're engaged, that we have the ability to play through teams and make it difficult for them. And I felt like tonight we just looked tentative in the beginning. So that kind of set the tone for a lot of defending, and to give up 3 set-piece goals is pretty disappointing. Obviously, the penalty kick came off a counterattack, which I didn't think we handled particularly well. And then obviously to give up 2 corner kick goals is really disappointing. But I was pleased with the response in the second half. I thought we gave a much better account of ourselves. Unfortunate not to get something more out of it or get something out of it, because we did create a few chances. Our pressure was good. We were really engaged, and it felt like it was coming. And in the end, I think we just ran out of energy. We spent so much energy to put ourselves in good positions, and if we don't finish those chances, then at some point, if we score 1 or 2, then I think you keep the energy up and keeps going. But after a while, it's difficult to keep that much exertion up.
Sifu's shot on target in the 75th. I think I'm correct in saying it was the first shot on target. It was one of only 3. Why was it so hard to get split shots on target against them? What were they doing, or was it something on your team's shirt?
I thought it was us. I thought we just weren't. We were so tentative in the build early in the first half that we never even got ourselves into positions to mount an attack, and that for me was pretty disappointing. But like I said, in the second half, I thought our intensity, our engagement, we made it much more difficult for them to play out. And as a result, we got some decent opportunities out of it. And I've said this all along, that how we defend influences how we attack. And if we defend well, we generally attack well. And if we don't defend well, we see what happens tonight. So that was really the disappointing thing for me, because I felt like we are better with the ball than we showed in the first half. And in the second half, we saw a bit more. Obviously, they're leading. They're not pressing quite as much. But in the second half, we were at least able to put together attacks that were dangerous.
Robin, my name is Zach Meisner from AFC in Canada, based here in Vancouver.
How are you?
Commiserations on the defeat. But yeah, I just wondering if you could maybe share a little bit about what went into your halftime team talk, because obviously, as you said, the first half didn't go well, and but your side came out kind of on the front foot in the second half and didn't create all the shots on goals you probably would have,
right.
The type of chances you might have wanted, but they looked much better, and obviously you proved last week you could score on the road. So yeah, right. What was that belief that you gave them at halftime?
It was really just to be more intense, more engaged, and to just be more aggressive. We've been very good at times in preseason, being patient in our shape and stepping out aggressively at the right moments. And I felt like tonight we just sat in our shape and we didn't really get out aggressively. So in the second half, it was much more about just getting to the ball. And if this guy goes, this guy has to come, and this guy has to come. And I think the front 2 did a really good job of setting the tone first, and I think everybody else just came and did what they had to do.
You have a difficult schedule to start the season, which sometimes happens in MLS with weather and all these different things. You have another away match coming up. What can you take? What are the positives you can take from this mixed with the Dallas game, kind of moving forward for that next away match before you go home?
Yeah, I said to them since we've been together that our defending is a platform from which we can play. And in the first half, I thought we were tentative everywhere, offensively, defensively. And in the second half, we were much more aggressive, and our defending was better and our attacking was better. So really the thing that I look at out of this is we have to be more aggressive. And if we are, we put ourselves in positions to be more threatening and obviously limit what the other team does. So really that's my mindset at this point, is that we just have to be more aggressive.
Zane coming in at the start of the second half, I think was his first action since last June. So I guess 2 questions. How did he look, and how big of a plus is it to get him back in the mix after such a lengthy absence?
I think he did well. He showed a level of composure that we've seen of him in the brief period that we've had him. His last big game that I remember was the Philadelphia game last year. And we had a lot of injuries, and he had to play. And as a young, new player to the league, Philadelphia is a tough team to play against. So that was really, for me, going to be a big litmus test for him. And I thought he was tremendous then. So it's nice to have him back. I know it's hard if you haven't played for a long time. Henry had the same thing last week. When you haven't played for a long time, just the speed of things, it can certainly catch you off guard. And I thought he did really well. He showed composure with the ball, good solid defending without it, and obviously his size doesn't hurt.
It looked like at the start of the second half too, and maybe I didn't read it correctly, but it looked like Alonso kind of even dropped into the back.
He did.
So yeah. So
he did.
How would you? And I can't recall him playing there before. How did he do?
He actually did well. We wanted to adjust our shape to where we thought we could be a little bit more aggressive, and really the place that was left for Alo was kind of right center back. And you want to keep him on the field because his distribution's so good. And it was kind of on-the-job training for him today. He's done a little bit of it with us, but more in the middle, not really on the side. So it was baptism by fire, and I thought he did quite well because he had to deal with some good players out there.
Yeah.
Can I do one more?
Yeah.
Gavin is coming into filling a huge role that, stepping in kind of a big, massive legend in MLS, and kind of stepping up into that. Last week and this week, there are probably moments he might want to have back. You talk about the set play goals, and obviously there's multiple moving parts, and blame is shared on these kinds of things.
Sure.
How do you encourage him going forward, just to keep kind of raising him up?
The thing about Luka is he's an incredible shot stopper, and I think every player has kind of their superpower, and for Luka, I think it's being a shot stopper. His reflexes are incredible. He's so big that he's able to get to things really quickly that a lot of other goalkeepers wouldn't. So he has a really good base in terms of being a goalkeeper, but a lot of what he has to get up to speed very quickly in is week to week in-game decisions. And I think it's pretty normal that you'll see a few mistakes from a young goalkeeper early. But the thing that, like I said, that he really offers us is really good shot-stopping ability. So we know that Luka has an incredible future ahead of him. And certainly it's a process that we and he undergo to get to that point is the important thing. And so for us, it's continue to encourage him in the areas that we feel he needs growth in, but certainly to appreciate the things that he does really well.